We made our very first entry into the big bad world again by going down to the Jane Austen house for a poetry workshop with very lovely Alora Sutton. And she was great, and it was a great workshop altogether. And it was lovely to be in Jane Austen's house again. So we had to write for 10 minutes, a 10-minute-ish poem. Its original title was called 10 Minutes-ish, but it's now called It's My Friend. It's Tilly's first football match. She watches the ball move amongst men as if it had a life of its own and laughs at the players chasing it. At half-time, numb fingers clasp a Bovril. I ask her, well, what do you make of it all? I see myself reflected in her 3-year-old eyes. She smiles and says, I like the way the grass is. Oh, I say, in my adult way. She now down on her belly, eyeballing the grass at its own level. Each blade a green individual self. Daddy, how, she inquires of me, many blades of grass? Yeah, I encourage her. Are they in a football pitch? I hazard a guess. 2,000,002. She likes the exactness of the fact, happy with her daddy's answer. Trusts he's right down to the very last 2. I like grass, she announces. It's my friend, she smiles. And indeed, when I brought her to the seaside, she was fearful of the sea coming in and that. But by the end, she was patting the sea as if it was her pet. And it was like a tamed kraken beside her. And she said the exact same thing. I like the sea. It's my friend. And everything became her friend. So this is called, and it's probably going to be the title of my next book that Jan has foisted upon me. She has announced to the world that I'm going to do another book. And I go, I am? So, you see. So this is, and it's going to be called My Molecules Are Revolting. When you die, the universe asks, can I have my molecules back? Oh, the big bang of death. Sure, thanks for the loan. Wonder what we will be next, one molecule asks of another molecule. Who knows, the more articulate molecule answers. That's the beauty of it. The other molecule sniggers. This present formation has not been, shall I say, the most interesting? I wait for the molecules to shut up so I can get on with my life. For the moment they are stuck with me, though they don't care for it. Talking molecules and a demanding universe. That's all I need. And this is called Be the Hokey, which is an Irish expression of surprise or amazement. I think it's a corruption of, like, by Christ or something like that. It was my uncle's favourite expression. He'd tip his hat back on his head, he'd literally put his tongue in his cheek like that, and he'd always say, be the hokey or be the holy Dublin. So my sister had died, and he was the only other person who could walk into my head the way she could walk into my head. So, Uncle taps me on the head. How are you in there? The only one who could walk into my mind to see how I was. He'd take my grief, tear it into pieces, scatter it to the wind. Then he'd take me by the hand. Let's see where happiness is. And always he'd find where the happiness was hiding, whether it be in a wildflower or a nest of blue eggs, or how he showed me how to see the world in words. And wonder always flew to him, perched upon his shoulder. And oh, his lovely laughter and his catchphrase, be the hokey. And finally, a very damaged relationship. This is called the uselessness of maps. You were always the bit where the map creased and tore, leaving us unsure, looking through a hole at our own big toe. You were always the bit where the map was folded in 4 and had to be awkwardly unfolded just to see where you were. You were always the bit that was just off this map, ending in mid-air. See next map, the missing map. You were always the lost map. You were often the wrong map, the map that there was no map of.